create your own gig, all you have to do is pretty simple. You go right to this particular icon here, then you go into selling, and in selling itself you just press on that once, and here we have a huge menu, and the only thing that's important in this menu is my gigs, and that's going to actually show you all the gigs that you have active. But right now we're just going to create our own gig because we haven't actually have one up. And especially you, since you're a newbie and you just get started, that's what you want to do. You want to create your own gig. So let's get started and press on that. So now that we pressed on create your own gig, just make sure it is written entirely in English. This is a funny thing. And it does make a lot of sense here, because if you write the gig in something other language than English, nobody will understand what you're talking about, and you definitely are not going to get any sales. Now, this is a little bit here confusing about Fiverr, and when I just got started, I made the mistake and I just couldn't figure it out. So it actually says, I will. Now, you can't write anything right here, and it always gonna say that anyway. So what you want to do is you just want to continue this sentence. What are you good at and what are you gonna do? So I will, and then you say create a gig about make money on Fiverr. So that's what I'll actually call it. And here is something that keep in mind. You cannot actually put the dollar sign in here, but I'm gonna do this anyway just to see if this is gonna catch me and tell me I can't do this. Now the next thing you want to do after you write your title, and make sure the title is good, because it's going to say just perfect because it likes the title. Now you have up to 80 characters max that you can use here. And do you really want to use every one of them? Not necessarily. This is not the same as on eBay. The keywords don't mean as much as you think they do. It's more of a few SEO words that are very, very important, that are going to get all the attention, that is more important than just filling up the space of anything that you possibly can. So the next thing you want to do is you want to choose the category that you're going to actually do this. So create a gig about making money on Fiverr. You want to look at which one is the most appropriate for this particular gig title. And the one that I think is going to stand out the most is going to be the business one. So I'm going to put it in there. Now it lets me have another subcategory. So I'm going to put in business tips. So just select which one is the most appropriate for that. The next thing that's going to ask you to do is to create the gig gallery. Now here is the catch here, and very, very important. First off, it's going to reject almost any kind of picture that is not this particular size. And if you have a picture that is way larger than that, it's not going to take it. Second of all, you have to own the copyrights to this particular image, or just find one that is not, or doesn't have any particular copyrights to it, and go to that particular website. And I'll be showing you that in another different lecture. So what you want to do here is find a picture that's going to really stand out and make somebody really want to buy it. So you have to go into your computer and you have to find something and add to it. So we'll actually be doing this a little later because it is not that important right now, but it is important eventually. So let's go next to the description, because the description is really what's going to sell this particular gig. So here you can write anything you really like about the gig, and you want to get as creative as you can. So you want to tell them why they should be buying it. Then you want to tell them the purpose of this gig. And what, so kind of like those are the three main things that the gig should actually talk about. Now, there's not much you can do in it. You can actually capitalize things in it. And the text here, there's a limit of the number of characters you can use, which is up to 120. And I do like to use most of those characters because people actually do pay attention to what you write here. You can't really write anything too fancy here, and it's all kind of black and white and boring, but it is important. And this is where the SEO comes in handy, because the search engine will pick up on anything you put inside the description of the gig, and that is very important. The next thing that's even more important is the tags for this particular gig, and you get 3 different tags possible, and you want to use every single one of them if you can. So let's get one in here, money. I'm going to put a gig. We'll put on even purpose. We're just putting random things here, SEO. And what happens is when you put something in here, like let's say for example SEO, it gives you some different choices that you can use. So we're going to pick one of them, SEO marketing, and that's it. We just used 5 of our tags. So you want to use as many tags as you possibly can, and you want to make sure they're all relevant to the search of whatever your gig is all about. And we only have up to 5 that you can use. So make sure every single one of those tags is as related to your gig as it is possible. The days to delivery, this is a little bit tricky here. Now, if it's going to take you a long time, you can put 5 days. Most people want it fast, which is 1 day. But what you can do, you can earn extra money by doing this. You can put 5 days to deliver this, and then you can say that if they want it now, they can pay an extra $5 to get it delivered right now. So that's what I actually like to do, because it's going to get people to actually pay you a lot more money. So if somebody wants something now, they'll be like, okay, I have to buy this right now, I'll pay the extra 5, and then I get my gig. So you don't get just $5 for your work, you get actually 10 for doing this a lot faster. So the next thing you want to do is save and continue. And here it is. It didn't like something that I put in this gig. What it didn't like here is very simple. It didn't like the picture. It wanted me to have an image. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to just use a random image that I'm just going to put right in it. And here is another issue we have here. It doesn't like small images. It wants them to be a little bit more wide, and this one is less than the minimum size. So what I want to do is very simple. I want to go back into Fiverr, and we're going to go into the free website, and this is the pixabay.com. So what we're going to do, we're getting the high quality image, and we're getting it for free here. So we're going to get something about make money. Just typing it in here. Now we have a bunch of choices that we can use, and this one just stands out of all of them. So what I'm going to do is just free download, press on it, and it's going to give me this particular choice, and I can't see what it says here. So let's go 998 download, and that's it. It just downloaded it right to my computer. So I'm going to go back, browse, and I'm going to get this particular image. So here I found the image, and I'm opening it up, and here we go. We got an image for our gallery, and you can have only one, but I do suggest you have 2 extra ones as well, because it's going to give people more of a choice to what to look for. It's going to look a lot more fancy and more interesting. Another thing you have here is a choice to have a PDF upload. So you create a PDF file, you write about all kinds of samples and all kinds of things that you already created. It's like a virtual portfolio, and you put it up here, and somebody can just press on it and check it out. And that's like a really cool feature of Fiverr itself.